1240. This is the first time for these 1240s to be powered on together. When we receive a new machine, how do we operate it for the first time? First, we pull out the ink core. There are 3 screws on the ink core. Remove all 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. After removing the 3 screws, we pull the ribbon cable outwards, just like this. There is a space tube and exhaust pipe. The exhaust pipe was originally fixed like this. We can detach it and pull it out. After pulling it out, we can remove the top cover, and then the top cover can be taken off. After taking it off, there is a screw on the exhaust pipe here that we need to remove. We need to remove it. We can carefully unscrew and then remove this specific screw. Just like this, we unscrew it. After unscrewing it, we can pull out the exhaust pipe. See, after pulling it out like this, here we have an exhaust port that leads to the ink core's exhaust port. At this point, we can use a straw, find a straw, insert a straw, and then open it up, open the ink, and then we draw the ink out and pour the ink inside here. Just pour it in here, like this. Pour it all the way in. Once you have carefully finished pouring the entire contents of the ink bottle into the central ink core, the next step is to meticulously reinstall the exhaust pipe. You should make sure to install it back into its original position by following the exact same steps you used when you first took the unit apart earlier. Make sure it's installed properly, then we put the screws back in. Once you've installed it, once the ink core's top cover is in place, we can put the system's top cover back on. Just cover it up properly. Then I'll put the screws back in. Now let's use the corresponding ink and solvent that we need. Plug it into our machine. You can see here, the black label indicates where to insert the ink, and this side is for the solvent. Make sure to insert the solvent cartridge all the way in. Push it in firmly until it's properly seated. Once everything is plugged in, we can power on the machine. All right, now just wait for about 1 minute. While we wait, we can install the exhaust pipe and make sure it's securely fastened. Just like this. All right. How do I enter the advanced password? To do this, press and hold the login button without releasing it for about 5 or 6 seconds. Wait until the screen prompts you to enter the advanced password. The advanced password is the same as today's date. Each day has a different advanced password, so it changes daily. Now we'll enter the password for July 3rd. I accidentally pressed this just now, but I didn't turn off the machine. All right, let's enter the password. 548. 25,050. Confirm. All right, after entering it, since I accidentally turned on the machine just now, we don't need to worry about it. Let's just turn off the ink line again and proceed as usual. Okay, now let's switch the amount of rainfall. Then we click on Tools. Forgot to set it. Over 70,000. Let's go ahead and select English, please. All right, at this point, what we need to do next is, since we've already installed the ink and solvent, we need to update the ink, because for a new machine, it doesn't recognize or know which consumables you're using. So after we've properly installed the corresponding ink and solvent, we need to update it. We click on Tools, Tool Cutoff, menu system, ink, no recording system. Click on ink, then scroll down and you'll see update. We just need to click update. Once we click here, it will update. After the update is complete, it will display the percentage recognized for both the ink and the solvent volume. All right, after the ink and solvent have been updated, the next step is to perform degassing. To degas, we click on Tools. Tools as well. Cut off, then we scroll down. Click on this sequence, and there's a nozzle cleaning option. So if the print head is new, there will definitely be a stopper here. We need to remove the stopper. If it's blocked, we can just pull it out. Make sure the print head is facing downward, like this, and place a waste metal bucket underneath. Then we execute the nozzle cleaning with the water pipe. After selecting it, click Start. It will show a percentage, and it will keep displaying the percentage as it runs. Normally, for our brand, it takes about 20 seconds. About 20 seconds should be enough. After waiting for about 20 seconds, we can then manually click Cancel to terminate the process. Like this, we can simply click Cancel, and then we're done. Now, for the print head here, since the ink hasn't been recycled yet, we just need to handle the print head nozzle. Also, the high voltage electrode plate and the recovery tank here need to be cleaned thoroughly. After cleaning, we then blow them dry. Push from the department. If a recovery fault occurs during startup, we may need to clean it again, spray it with water for cleaning. As for how to clean with water spray, here's what we do. We click on Tools. Tools, because sometimes if the machine has been left unused for a long time, especially with a new machine, there might be serious issues. So in our maintenance section, we have this spray cleaning function. At this point, we can click Start, and during the process, we spray cleaning agent onto the nozzle here. It's important to do it this way first. Don't put coins into this hole. Here, we have a tube, or it will suck upwards. We can observe its operation here. All right, once we've sprayed and thoroughly cleaned and unclogged it, we can wash it 2 or even 3 times if needed. After washing, I didn't bring it. Let it dry, let it dry. Okay. If after we finish cleaning, we can start up the machine as usual. Once the machine is started normally, we can click here to start the priming process. Click to start priming, and it will take about 1 minute or so to complete. We often need to wait patiently when starting up the machine. All right, now the machine has finished starting up. Once it's started, we can check for any alarms, like whether the black cap is on or not. If the regular cap is off, we need to cover the print head with the cap. I'll skip this part for now. Like this. Right now, it's in offline mode. If we want to print, we just need to click this print button. When it's running, that means there are no issues with our machine. But for a new machine, after it's just been started for about 20 minutes, in the future, we need to do an annual calibration. For annual calibration, go to Tools Maintenance, and then we continue learning in the Maintenance section. For annual calibration, later on, we select Annual Calibration. Just click it, and that's it. But right now, since I've already calibrated this unit before, it can't be calibrated again. Call me. We can do it. Right now we can't calibrate it because I already performed the annual calibration earlier. But if you want this grayed out option to become available for calibration, we have to wait another 17 minutes. After 17 minutes, we can calibrate again. Once calibration is done, we can print to check if there are any issues. If everything is fine, then we're good to go. This is the 1240 tail, so this is the first operation for the 1240 machine.